Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you love real, unexplained mysteries. Now, let's dive into a story that has puzzled archaeologists, historians, and even the FBI for over a century. In the remote deserts of Nevada lies a cave that holds one of the strangest legends in North American history. A place where early settlers, native tribes, and modern archaeologists all reported the same thing. The remains of a race of giant humans, over 2 meters tall, with hair the color of fire. This is the mystery of Lovelock Cave, the unsettling discoveries that still cannot be fully explained. Long before Europeans ever set foot in America, the Paiute people told stories of the Si-Te-Cah tribe of giant, red-haired humans who terrorized the region. According to their oral history, the Si-Te-Cah were not just tall, they were powerful, aggressive, and cannibalistic. The Paiutes described a long, brutal war, filled with desperate battles and cunning ambushes. The conflict reached its climax at a deep stone cave, where the last of the giants had taken refuge. The Paiute tribes gathered, cornering their enemies inside. They demanded surrender, but the Si-Te-Cah refused. So the Paiutes filled the entrance with brush and set it ablaze, trapping the giants in a fiery tomb. For generations, anthropologists and historians dismissed this epic tale as just a myth, a scary story told around a campfire. Until 1911, when a pair of miners started digging inside that very same cave. The miners, David Pooh and James Hart, weren't looking for history. They were searching for guanobot droppings that were a highly valuable fertilizer at the time. The cave was buried under several feet of it. But as they shoveled deeper, they uncovered something far more extraordinary. They found human bones. They found sandals that were impossibly large. They found strange mummies wrapped in fabric, and artifacts unlike anything ever seen in the region. And according to multiple reports at the time, they found skulls much larger than any normal humans, with strands of dark, red hair still attached. Several workers claimed the skeletons were over 7 feet tall. Local newspapers ran sensational headlines, reporting finds between 7 and 8 feet, with some accounts claiming even larger remains. The discovery was so significant that the University of California and the Smithsonian Institution were notified. Archaeologists were sent to investigate. Samples were taken, artifacts were cataloged, and bones were crated up. And then, quietly, many of the most incredible findings just disappeared. So what did the official archaeology actually confirm? The site was, without a doubt, an archaeological goldmine. Over 10,000 artifacts were recovered from Lovelock Cave. They found a stunningly preserved duck decoy, crafted from reeds and feathers, which was later dated to be older than the Great Pyramids of Egypt. They found giant handprints pressed into the ancient, hardened mud of the cave walls. They found bones that were, in their own words, larger than those of typical humans. And they confirmed the presence of red hair, preserved for centuries in the dry, alkaline environment of the cave. Yet, the official conclusion was that the people of Lovelock Cave were of normal human stature. So how do we explain the oversized sandals? One pair measured a staggering 38 centimeters, or 15 inches long. That would correspond to a US men's shoe size of around 25. Who wore those? And what about the longbows found at the site? So large and powerful they would be impossible for an average-sized person to draw. And what of the skulls, described by the initial discoverers as massive? To this day, none of these specific oversized items have been satisfactorily explained by mainstream science. They remain inconvenient anomalies in the official narrative. And here is where the story takes an even stranger turn: the missing bones. Many of the large bones reportedly found at the site were sent to museums and university collections, but can no longer be traced. Early newspaper photographs of the most compelling finds have vanished. Bones that were kept in private collections have mysteriously gone missing over the decades. Modern researchers who have tried to track down these specific remains have hit dead ends at every turn. Records are incomplete. Labels are missing. Boxers are unaccounted for. Did the bones simply degrade over time? Were they misplaced in the vast archives of large institutions? Or was something more deliberate at play? Was evidence of a tribe of North American giants intentionally hidden from the public? Even today, some local museums in Nevada still display red-haired skulls from the cave. You can go see them. but none are publicly labeled as belonging to giants. They sit silently in their glass cases, leaving visitors to wonder about their true origin. So, what do the scientists say? They offer several plausible, if incomplete, explanations. The distinctive red hair, they suggest, might not be natural. It could be the result of post-mortem chemical changes over thousands of years in the cave's unique environment, turning black hair reddish-brown. The large sandals, they argue, could have been purely ceremonial, not meant for practical use. The oversized skulls could be a simple misinterpretation by untrained miners, or perhaps belonged to individuals with a rare medical condition. And of course, the newspaper exaggeration was extremely common in the early 1900s, with reporters often embellishing stories to sell more papers. But none of these theories, on their own, managed to fully resolve the inconsistencies. You have the Paiute legends, passed down for centuries, describing a race of unusually tall people. You have the miners, the first eyewitnesses, who documented finding bones larger than any they had ever seen. You even have early archaeologists admitting in their own field notes that unusually large specimens were recovered from the site. The legend and the physical evidence seem to line up far more neatly than science is comfortable admitting. Even now, over a century later, the story lives on. Residents of the small town of Lovelock still talk about the strange cave on the edge of the desert. Local hunters and hikers sometimes report finding massive, unexplained footprints in the dried lake beds nearby. Some who have visited the cave claim it feels wrong, as if a powerful, ancient presence still lingers there, and the Paiute people's story remains unchanged. They insist their ancestors were telling the truth. The Si-Te-Cah were real, and Lovelock Cave was their final prison, a tomb for a lost race of giants. So what do you think? Were the Giants of Lovelock Cave a real, undiscovered tribe? Were they simply a misinterpreted discovery, blown out of proportion by myth and media hype? Or could they be evidence of a forgotten chapter in human history, one that has been deliberately erased from our textbooks? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more real unexplained mysteries.